hope I explained these movies in a manner that will get you guys to watch the movies, because like they're really good movies. So if I explained it bad, just go watch like the trailer or read on what the movie is about. Hey God family, how y'all doing? I'm Gastota and this is Gastota Ministries. Welcome to Wacky Wednesday, where we do something random and fun. So today it's top 10, and with top 10 I wanna basically recommend some movies, some songs, some artists that you guys can look up, to grow your faith, or to grow your music library, or to grow your movie library, all that stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'll be listing 10 movies that you guys can watch that are Christian based and faith based. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, join the God family, go check out my other videos, and you can also go check out my other social media pages for daily motivation and encouragement. So the first one is Courageous. Courageous is centered on these 5 guys who are work driven and who aren't that really faith driven either. One day something happens to them, or something happens that kind of opens up their eyes, and they then make a pledge to God that they will put God first and allow God to move in them and help them to love their families and love especially their children. So I feel like this movie is a good movie for any guys out there who want to get married, who want to start a family as well, or any guys out there who already have families. I think this is a very good example for you guys, because it teaches men how to put God first in their lives, and in putting God first in their lives, He moves in you and He helps you to be the man of the house. So that's the first movie. So the second movie is called Fireproof. In Fireproof, we see a couple whose marriage is dying. They're literally on their way to getting a divorce. And in the movie, we see the husband take on a 40-day challenge called the Love Dare that was given to him by his father to help him save his marriage. So with this 40-day challenge, each day he has to do something different for his wife in an attempt to save their relationship. So we see how a dying relationship and a dying marriage between a husband and a wife, how we see the challenges that they went through as a married couple, the challenges that the husband goes through to save his marriage, and in end, winning back his wife again. And I feel like this is a very good movie for anyone out there who feels like their relationship or their marriage is falling apart. I feel like you guys can watch this movie and you can kind of like learn or gain something from this movie to help you strengthen your relationship and your marriage as well. Third movie is called Do You Believe? Do You Believe is centered on a lot of people. It's different stories, different people, and it's talking about everything that they're going through to build on their faith, or to know God, or like things that happen in their lives that reveal God to them. I feel like this is a very good movie because it actually asks you, like it kind of like convicts you, not convicts you, but like, it convicts you into thinking about whether or not you actually really do believe in God, or whether or not you actually do have faith in God, because there's a lot of people, it's different stories, people going through different things, and them showcasing their faith. And I was watching this movie and I was like, there was a story there that made me think, do I actually really believe? Do I actually really do believe? I feel like this is a very good movie because, not that it makes you question your faith, but it makes you, it opens up your eyes to see whether or not you are actually practicing your faith and whether or not you're actually living out your faith. I think it's a very good movie that you guys can go watch. Do You Believe? Check it out. And the next movie is called Heaven is for Real. Heaven is for Real is about this young boy who had to go through a surgery, and while they were busy on him, working on him, he went up to heaven. He met Jesus, and he met some family members that he had never met in person in real life while he was alive. He's three. So when the surgery was done, he came back into his body, and when he was healed, he told his parents that he went to heaven. He saw Jesus, and he saw heaven, how great it was. He saw how beautiful heaven was. He explained heaven to his parents, and his parents were kind of skeptical. They were like, oh, child. And the funny thing is, his father is a pastor. His father is a pastor, and he could not believe that heaven is real. Just funny. But yeah, this movie is just about this boy talking about giving his testimony at 3 years old, giving his testimony about how he went to heaven, he saw heaven, and convincing his parents that heaven is really real. So the next movie is called I'm in Love with a Church Girl. In I'm in Love with a Church Girl, we find a former drug dealer falling in love with a church girl, and it details his journey from being a former drug dealer, associating himself with drug dealers and living a worldly life, and details his journey towards finding Christ and receiving Christ as his Lord and his Savior. And so the church girl and the former drug dealer, they date one another, but they don't date like the world, because she's a Christian girl and she wants a Christian relationship. So she remains faithful to God, and she prays for the relationship, she prays for him, and she tries to include him in like church things. So she'd ask him if he wants to go to church, if he wants to go to Bible study. And yeah, I feel like this movie is a very good example of how the people that you bring into your life, how they can influence your life, they can influence you. Like how they say, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. It's kind of like that. And it shows how God can also turn someone's life around. How God can turn your life around from a life of sin to a life of blessings, or a life of grace, and a life of cleanliness and holiness and Christian life. And also it also has a lot of relationship lessons, because it can show you how, as a Christian girl, how you can carry yourself in a relationship, how you don't have to compromise yourself just to make the guy happy, how you don't have to change yourself to make the guy happy. You just come in as Christian you, with God's armor, wearing God's armor, and the guy, he knows what he's getting himself into, so you don't have to change just so you can make him happy. So yeah, watch this. And also, it also shows that girls don't want to change a man. Just pray and give it to God. Let God do what God can do, because you cannot change him. The next movie is called The Case for Christ. In The Case for Christ, we find a journalist and a self-proclaimed atheist go on a journey to disprove the existence of God after his wife became a Christian. This movie is very, very interesting. Like, if you guys want to know, like, if you want to see the evidence that Christ is real, watch this movie. Because there's a scene where they talk, watch the movie. Go watch the movie. And it's based on a true story, by the way. Next one, Passion for Christ. I feel like everyone has watched this movie, but you can find people who haven't watched the movie. But it's the Passion of Christ, based on a true story on the life of Christ, on him dying on the cross for all of us. It's a good movie. Watch it. It gets me every time. Go watch it. You want to know the story of Jesus, go watch the Passion of Christ. And the next movie is I'm Not Ashamed. I already spoke about this movie in this video. So if you want to know about that movie, go check out the video, and you can also go watch the movie. The next movie is War Room. Great movie talking about prayer, prioritizing prayer and prioritizing reading the word. I feel like this is a good movie. It's about a family. They go to church, but hey, they not Christian. They just go to church and think they're Christian. So now the wife is a realtor, and she was going to a house that the owner wants to sell. So she went to go check it out, see how everything looks and stuff like that, to see how much they can sell the house for. And while she's talking to this woman starts asking her faith-based questions. She starts asking her about God, her relationship with God, her family, and stuff like that. And it gets her curious. She continues to talk to this lady, and she starts reading the Bible. She starts having a relationship with God, and she starts praying over her family. And God is her life now. watch it. It's a very good movie. It's a very good movie. If you guys want to start praying, start watching this movie. And the last movie is called Princess Cut. Princess Cut is for all the single ladies out there who feel like, when will my husband come? When will I get married? You know, like, that movie's for you guys. It's about this girl who's been through the worst relationship drama and she was just done with it. She was done with it, so she decided to focus on herself and focus on God and allow God to do what it is that he needs to do. You know, she studied on it. She went into God. She pursued God. She seeked after God. And in the process of all of that, God brought her someone, you know, who will respect her and who will date the way that she wants to date, and who will, you know, like, honor her beliefs and honor her in everything that they did. So yes, if you're a single girl out there and you're tired of being single and stuff, watch this movie. You know, it might encourage you to start seeking after God more than you are right now, to focus on yourself and not focus so much on wanting to be in a relationship and wanting to be married, but just let God do God with what God wants to do in your life. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that this was very helpful. I hope I explained these movies in a manner that will get you guys to watch the movies, because like, they're really good movies. So if I explained it bad, just go watch like the trailer or read on what the movie is about. I feel like they're all good movies. They really are good movies, and they all teach something. So I feel like you can gain something from watching this. Yeah. And even if you like, you know, like with the Princess Cut, you don't have to be a girl. It doesn't have to be only for girls. You can also watch it as a guy to see how you can pursue it, properly pursue a girl, as well as with Courageous. It doesn't have to be just about men who wanna be married and wanna have families, but it could also be about like you as a girl. You just watch this and you kind of see what kind of man that you want. You know, what kind of man you want to raise your kids. Stuff like that. I feel like anyone can gain something from any of these movies, regardless of who the target is for. But yes, I feel like these movies are very good, guys. I feel like go check them out. Again, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Go check out my other videos and go like, follow, share my social media pages for daily motivation and encouragement. Spread it to your friends, family, whoever. Yes. If you have any questions, queries, suggestions, feedback, whatever's on your heart, whatever's in your mind, do not hesitate to let me know. Comment them down below. Message me on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, or you can email me, and I'll see you guys next time.